You've been told your whole life that oxygen is the one thing every living creature on Earth absolutely needs to survive. No oxygen, no life. Simple, right? Wrong. What if I told you that right now, on this very planet, there are living creatures that have never breathed a single molecule of oxygen? Not adapted to low oxygen, not surviving on tiny amounts, completely, permanently, 100% oxygen-free. Scientists once thought this was impossible. Then they found them. And what they discovered didn't just shock the biology world. It completely rewrote the rules of life itself. Today, we're counting down the most mind-blowing animals and organisms on Earth that don't need oxygen to survive. Stay till the end. Because number one will genuinely make you question everything you think you know about life. Before we get into the list, let's talk about why this is such a big deal. Every animal you've ever seen, dogs, fish, insects, birds, they all run on the same engine. They breathe in oxygen, use it to burn fuel inside their cells, and breathe out carbon dioxide. This process is called aerobic respiration. It's been the foundation of complex animal life for over 600 million years. Oxygen. So when scientists started finding creatures living where oxygen is zero, deep in seafloor sediments, inside other animals, in ocean dead zones, they didn't believe it at first. They assumed there had to be some oxygen leaking in somehow, but then the evidence became impossible to ignore. These aren't bacteria. These aren't microscopic single-celled things most people overlook. Some of these are actual animals, with cells, bodies, and life cycles, running entirely without oxygen. Let's meet them. Number 5. The Loricifera, the first true animals discovered living without oxygen. In 2010, a team of Italian scientists lowered a sampler to the Mediterranean seafloor, into the L'Atalante Basin, a deep hypersaline anoxic brine pool, where oxygen is effectively zero. By every rule, nothing complex should survive there. Salt-saturated waters with no breath to take. But when the cores came up, they found animals, loriciferans, alive in the mud. Tiny ones, barely half a millimeter long, called Loricifera. They look like microscopic armored shrimp with vase-shaped bodies, tucked into brine-soaked seafloor sediment. Not dead strays, living adults, larvae, even eggs. They were actively reproducing in zero oxygen. How? Instead of mitochondria, these Loricifera carry hydrogenosomes, energy factories that run without oxygen. Inside these cells, enzymes shuttle electrons, venting hydrogen rather than burning O2. So life keeps going where oxygen is absent. No gills, no bubbles, no breath to take. In anoxic brines, a complete life cycle unfolds, feeding, growing, laying eggs, without ever touching oxygen. In one discovery, textbooks were rewritten. Complex animals living entire lives without needing oxygen. A swap at the cellular engine. Mitochondria, out. Hydrogenosomes, in. No oxygen. No problem. For Loricifera. Number 4. Henneguya salminicola, the animal with no mitochondrial genome, a tiny parasite, kin to jellyfish and corals, living inside salmon flesh. On the surface, nothing special, just tiny cysts tucked in muscle, hitching a ride as the fish run. Under a scope, the parasite's spores reveal their jellyfish lineage, but this lineage did something radical, shedding the very energy genes most animals keep. In 2020, researchers confirmed it. Henneguya has completely lost its mitochondrial genome. That means it cannot perform aerobic respiration. It cannot use oxygen to make energy, even when oxygen is available. Over millions of years it abandoned the oxygen-based system that defines animal life. Its mitochondria are stripped down, no mitochondrial genome at all. Instead, it likely absorbs ATP directly from its salmon host. Ready-made energy, stolen. Transporters on its surface pull ATP in. The parasite spends, the salmon pays. No oxygen, no electron transport chain, just siphon fuel, keeping it alive. It's the first known animal with zero mitochondrial DNA, not just avoiding oxygen, but incapable of using it. A radical blueprint for parasitic survival. Energy outsourced to the host. Number 3. Tardigrades, the creatures that laugh at death. Microscopic water bears that survive the vacuum of space and hard radiation. Freezing solid for years, shrugging off boiling heat and volcanic steam, withstanding crushing pressure in the deep, and even years without oxygen. then springing back to life. When conditions turn deadly, no oxygen, no water, searing cold or heat, they do something radical. They enter cryptobiosis, curl into a ton, shut nearly everything down. Metabolism drops below 0.01%, not alive by normal measures, not dead either, waiting. When conditions improve, they rehydrate, unfold, and walk away. Life switched back on. Found from hot springs to Antarctic ice, survivors of all 5 mass extinctions. In 2019, thousands likely survived a spacecraft crash on the moon, still in cryptobiosis, waiting. Number 2. Monocercomonoides, a tiny eukaryote with a very big twist. It ditched mitochondria entirely, millions of years ago, rewriting what we thought eukaryotes needed to live. It thrives in oxygen-free mammal guts, chinchillas included, where anoxic chemistry replaces the usual mitochondrial jobs. In 2016, scientists confirmed the shocker. This eukaryote has no mitochondria at all, not even remnants, just a stripped-down cell running a different playbook. Instead, it runs on a sulfur-based system, acquired from bacteria through horizontal gene transfer, replacing oxygen-dependent machinery entirely. Proof that even essential parts of complex life can be evolved away. If that happened here, what about life on oxygen-free worlds? Number 1. Whole ecosystems, not a single creature. Offshore, the ocean thins of oxygen. In oxygen minimum zones, so-called dead zones, life reorganizes and keeps going. Microbes swap oxygen for nitrate and sulfur, building food webs powered by chemistry. Worms, jellies, and zooplankton drift in the dim, thriving with almost no oxygen. Whole communities, alive in the dark. Across the Black Sea, off Peru and Namibia, and down into deep Pacific trenches, the map lights up where oxygen runs out. Worms, protists, and specialized bacteria crowd brine pools and microbial mats, communities built for zero oxygen. For some, oxygen is toxic. Chemistry, sulfide, nitrate, methane, powers their world instead of breath. As warming spreads oxygen-poor dead zones, these anaerobes gain ground, while oxygen-dependent life retreats. So, there you have it. Animals and organisms that broke a rule we thought was unbreakable, from Loricifera in anoxic basins, to Henneguya without mitochondrial DNA, to unkillable tardigrades, to entire zero-oxygen ecosystems. Life doesn't follow rules, it makes them, then breaks them. If life exists without oxygen here, it can exist without oxygen anywhere. If you found this fascinating, like and subscribe, and tell us which creature shocked you most.